Dogfight day 3. Today, the Osprey will go through its paces, and we will find out who the new goat or the old goat is going to be here in the den. Plus, we'll do a comprehensive review. I'm Dave, and you're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Everybody, it's Tuesday. Welcome to the final day of the Osprey Gillette Fatboy Challenge, and I must say, Namaste Om. That's for Nick, because Nick made a great comment, and it prevented me in being relaxed and being saying my mantra. Prevents me from saying stupid stuff about some jackhole who thinks that he was an expert on my channel. There you go, Nick. Was that wound up enough for you? Anyways, I want to thank everybody for the support over the last couple days, and also the comments on the cleaning. Before we get started, www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and visit us. We'd love to have you over at the forum. And then right up here, Drinks and Dave's tonight, 6 p.m. on the Drinks and Dave's YouTube channel. Okay, so today is the final day. We're going to be running the Blackland Osprey through its flight maneuvers for today. Same everything. That's why I didn't let you guys watch me lather up, because I'm using all the same stuff. And I did find out through my cleaning video that those numbers that I put on there with the pen and the clear fingernail polish worked great. No problems whatsoever. It's still set on 5 with the Persona Lab Blue. Here we go. I did notice yesterday after the shave, and that's one thing I want to talk about today, is the longevity of the shave. And the Fatboy did an amazing job of keeping me pretty much BBS until later in the afternoon. But I can see right out of the gate, and like I said, I eyeballed the gap, and they're very, very close. But I will say, after shaving with the Fatboy yesterday and this today, the smoothness on the face as we're going through the pass is unreal. About the same about the same blade feel as the Fatboy, but it's just smoother. I think a lot of that may have to do with the weight, because the weight is very intuitive. As I said, it's got the same weight almost as the Tradari. Like I said, after the first pass, they're pretty equal. Although I'm not getting any irritation at all. The shave on the first pass is smoother with the Osprey than it is with the Fatboy. But, you know, like I said, that's years and years of technology difference. But still very, very good. Usually passes 2 and 3 is where I really start noticing a difference. The one thing I will say right out of the gate is, those of you that have been watching my channel for a long time know that I speak of the Vector as a razor that you pick up and it feels like it's just an extension of your hand. In other words, it doesn't feel like you've got a separate object in your hand. Now granted, it is a completely different razor than this. Much, much lighter. However, you know, thinner head. So one thing I noticed on my cross the grain pass, and this is not comparing the Fatboy, this is comparing the Osprey to the Vector. It's a little bit easier in the neck area because it's such a thin thing. But this razor also feels like it automatically tells your hands and your fingers where to grab. So again, it almost becomes like an extension, a little bit heavier extension, but it does. Yesterday, when I took the brass insert out for my cleaning video that I did yesterday, that many of you saw, I noticed that it's about the same weight once that brass insert is removed as the Fatboy. Maybe just a tad bit lighter, but so if you like a lightweight razor, that would be definitely an option. That's the neat thing about it, is you can remove that brass insert. I won't. I like a heavy razor. And again, second pass, I have to give the nod to the Osprey. Let's see on the final pass. Again, those of you that watch my channel a lot also know that 9 times out of 10, I'm shaving with a straight on the weekends. And during my shop work week, which is Wednesday through Saturday, I get up at the butt crack of dawn, usually between 4:30 and 5:15. So I am trying to grab a razor to get done and get out of here. There are times when I will shave with a Titleist or a straight. It just depends on what my day is going to be like. However, what I find, and those of you that know me know this, that I grab for the Vector 90% of the time. So, that being said, maybe next week, or maybe the week after, because I really want to start shaving with straights for a bit, is we're going to do a 2-part Blackland shootout. It's going to be this razor versus this razor. Now, they're nowhere near the same type of razor, but the premise is going to be, which razor would I grab for first? So we'll do that. And then also we're going to take the Blackbird Titanium, or Blackbird T lowercase I, up against the Tridari. But the big one is the Osprey versus the Vector. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, I do not believe there's been a finer designed single edge razor that uses the feather blades than the Vector. However, this razor is amazing. A little bit of cleanup. Now, I have not done a lot of cleanup with this razor as far as taking it through its J-hooks and buffing, to see if it's got any irritation or anything like that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do the alum real quick, and then I'm going to speed up and come back with the final thoughts, the somewhat comprehensive review. I'm going to do a written review down the line a little bit that you can find on the forum, but this is kind of a quick and dirty one, the same way that I review cigars. Tim Swanson from Cigars Daily came out with a cigar rating book that has some really nice stuff on it, and I kind of pirated some of those ideas to apply to the razors, because I've already got a comprehensive list on shaving soap. Absolutely no burn whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'll see you guys in just a few, and we'll go over everything, and we'll find out who's the winner. See you in a minute. Okay, everybody, we're back. What a fantastic shave. The Blackland Osprey is just a fantastic razor. So let's go ahead and review it. Now, this is not a full narrative written review. This is a quick and dirty numbering. Now, this is based on 100 points total, and we'll go over the details real quick. So this is for the Osprey. Now, like I said, I have it set on 5 for me, which seems to work out the best. Nice razor. You can get all the details as far as the grams on the thing. So let's go over that. So as far as, and this is the Blackland Osprey, done by Shane over at Blackland Razors. As far as the presentation, the packaging, now all of these are a total of 5 points, and you give points. As far as the box, 4 out of 5. It's a very nice box. But I wish there would have been a little bit more Osprey-related graphics on the box. But like I said, it's a box. As far as the inner packaging, 5 out of 5. Absolutely fantastic. The razor was packed. The stand was packed. And it was in perfect shape. And it was completely assembled, I believe. Yes, it was completely assembled when I got it, but you had to put a blade in it. Plus, the Tuck of Blades has its own styrofoam cutout. As far as the instructions, Shane does a fantastic job, both in written instructions and also online. So 5 out of 5. As far as the construction of the piece, the engineering and everything that went into this razor still blows my mind. The fact that very subtle arrow, and then of course the backing with the Blackland on that made it absolutely fantastic. So that's also a 5 out of 5. As far as the operation, ease of loading, 4 out of 5. You do need to be careful with the head a little bit because the head does oscillate. Now, there's nothing to remove that, but the head does oscillate, and you want to be careful moving your adjustments so you don't screw the razor back together and find out that. So I gave that a 4 out of 5. Disassembly and cleaning, a little bit more complicated with the brass insert, so that's a 4 out of 5. The individual pieces of the construction, and what I mean by that is what are the tolerances? How well do these parts fit together? Because this is a 3-piece razor. You have the top cap, you have the head, and you have the handle. How do these fit together? If you were to look at this, like here, you cannot see any seams, anything out of the ordinary. It's absolutely fantastic. And then I have not shown the back of the razor, but the back of the razor has these beautiful cutouts, just tremendous. So I gave the construction as far as the tolerances and everything else that is stainless steel, 5 out of 5. As far as the aesthetics, again, stainless steel, beautiful. That brass insert really, really, really just makes this razor so unique. So that's definitely a 5 out of 5. Overall appearance, to me, 5 out of 5. The weight is perfect for me. It may be heavy for some of you, but that's the beauty of that because it gives you options. You can take that brass weight out, and it's a lightweight razor. So again, 5 out of 5. The overall look, I just love it. 5 out of 5. The shave characteristics. It's adjustable, obviously, and I had it on set on 5. The first pass performance was a 4 out of 5, and that's similar to the other one, and that's just because of the beard. Second pass performance is really when it kicks into gear. That's 5 out of 5. Third pass performance, just tremendous. And then buffing and cleanup, also 5 out of 5. So now we come back a little bit and we go to the overall impression. The overall impression, 5 out of 5. Just, I think this is Shane's crowning achievement. So Shane, congratulations. I love it. Ease of use, 4 out of 5. Like I said, a little bit, so, you know, some quirky things in it as far as adjustment, but that's no big deal. Price, 3 out of 5. Now, price doesn't mean anything to me because I think price is relative to how much you enjoy and how much you're going to use the razor. However, for some, it is important. This razor retails for $350. You add the stand, that's another $50. So you're out 4 bills, $400 for a adjustable razor. However, this is a razor that you will pass down to generation after generation after generation. And if you're talking from a return on investment, if you do 3 passes a day, 7 days a week, the return on investment on this thing gets paid off really quick. So if you want a high quality, probably, and I would venture to say the best quality built razor on the planet today, I would say this is the one as far as the technology, as far as the intricacies, and as far as the complexity of this razor. Now, that's not to say that this one isn't as good, because it is. It's just a different type of razor, and it was so groundbreaking when it came out. So for Shane to have to beat this, he had to do that, in my opinion. And we're going to find out which one we like best down the road. Customer service with Shane and Blackland, they answer their questions quick via text, via telephone, and everything else. So based on all that, my score for this razor is 94 out of 100. And like I said, and that is subjective. It could bounce a couple of points up either way. Okay, so now let's find out who won. Now, as you guys all know, the Gillette Fatboy, or 195, means a lot to me. This was given to me by my wife. It was her father's razor. It was NOS when I got it in the case with the blades, and it had never been used before. Wonderful. It's a little bit lightweight, but it has the twist to open, the missile base doors, and you put it down. And the only thing that I don't like about it is when you tighten this up, sometimes this can still move, so the adjustability. But other than that, very well built razor. it stood the test of time. This razor has such an emotional thing to me, so take that for granted. The shave quality was good, not quite as good as the Osprey. Okay, so now you have the Osprey. You know, basically, this would be like a, well, let me pick one of my favorites, 63 Corvette, okay? And this would be a C6 Corvette. Now, the reason why I don't say C8 is I don't like the C8. To me, it looks like a Ferrari. It's not a Corvette. Let the hate begin. But this is the epitome of technology. It does have an emotional connection to me because I flew on the Osprey, and it's just a wonderfully built razor. Heavy, heavy stainless steel. So, who do you think won? Is it going to be the Osprey, or is it going to be the Fatboy? Well, here it is, guys. The GOAT in Barber Dave's Shave Den is now the Osprey. I will find myself grabbing for this a lot. That's why we're going to do a Vector Osprey shootout, because I find myself grabbing for this thing almost immediately. Now, that's not negating the Fatboy, but what I'm going to do with this razor, now that I have another adjustable, is I'm going to polish this thing up, clean it up, and I'm going to put it in its case, and it's going to go in a display cabinet to give homage to my wife's dad, and it probably won't be used again. If it is, maybe so. I didn't show it that much, but the stand is very plain compared to the Vector stand. This is the Vector stand, a little bit smaller. This is the Osprey stand. Now, the difference is the Vector slides its whole handle in. This has a hole, which is great because you can clean this too. This thing is heavy, and it's got some neat tooling marks on the back so water can flow through, and this is the way it fits on. It's got a hole in the bottom, and it just becomes seamless to that. And isn't that beautiful? So anyhow, guys, that's it. That's the 3 days. The new GOAT, the Blackland Osprey. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. We're probably going to return to the Imaginarium for a week, and then we'll go back to thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. If you have any suggestions, and please, as always, like, subscribe, comment. If you feel so inquired, we do have the thanks button. That's kind of our virtual tip jar. And come and see us over at the Cadre. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such, and we'll see you in the comments. Sorry, Tim, I had to steal that from you. See you in the comments. Have a great day.